With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Blown Piston Racing League presented by Banner Construction fires things off for Chase Race number 2 right here in the Clash Series Iowa Speedway. On tap tonight, the Ethanol 200 under the light short track style. Race number 2 in the first round of this championship chase. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave, bringing you all the calls from trackside. Track temperature, pretty cool out there. A lot of grip in the track. Let's get to some of that qualifying information. We'll toss it up over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do. Roger Rios out on his time lap, but top of the speed charts. Quick time here in qualifying, belonging to your U.S. Veterans Pole Award, Provisional Pole Award winner right now, the 52 of Kevin Dick, 2380. Andrew Lutz with a good qualifying run. The 81 going to slide just outside of your top 5 in that 6th position. Frank Reese going to line up and tail end of the drivers that have qualified here tonight. 17 cars making the trip out west here tonight to Iowa Speedway for the Ethanol 200. Right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network, just about halfway through this 5-minute qualifying session. We've still got a handful of chase contenders to get out there and lay down some timed laps. Let's see what Christopher McCullough, Kitty McCullough, how about Jimmy McKee? He's going to break in the top 5 with his first time lap. not able to improve on his second lap. Looks like Jimmy McKee not going to move any closer to the front of the field. And as the music begins to fade away, we're going to have a clearer picture of how this starting lineup is going to look here tonight. Starting with Kevin Dick, fast in happy hour. As always, that Facebook custom paints and die-cast machine, fast in happy hour, fast here in qualifying, in control of the U.S. Veterans Pole Award right now with the fast time here in qualifying, 23:80, locking down the pole position. We've only got one more driver out there trying to take that top spot away, the 03 of Kitty McCullough out there on track. Let's get a little bit closer. What do you say we go try to take a look? Try to catch some of the qualifying action. The 03 down there on the track. There you can see him. Let's get a little closer. What do you say? Final 60 seconds rolling off the stopwatch here in this 5-minute qualifying session. McCullough going to cross the line to put down his first time lap. Where's he going to jump through on the speed charts? He's going to slot in last with that first time lap. That is not what you want. He's going to have a huge pickup to try to get anywhere close to the front of this field. Down to just 30 seconds left on the stopwatch. He will complete his time lap. And where's he going to shake out? He's going to move up, but only to 14th, and that's going to round out the field of drivers here in qualifying. So we'll step back away from the track for just a moment before we head to a short commercial break, then to your national anthem and starting lineup. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats stinging out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Track opens back up for drivers to begin to make their way out for this 5-minute warm-up session. Drivers going to be allowed one shot, or I should say 5 minutes, one shot, maybe 2 runs at shaking down their machines, trying to tell their crew chiefs what they need for the rest of the night. Moments ago, we watched that fast 52 of Kevin Dick walk to the top of the speed charts in qualifying, walk away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, yet another pole award in the back pocket of Kevin Dick this season. He has been one of the fastest drivers week in, week out. Will we see the 52 back to victory lane here in race number 2? The championship rundown here for the Blown Piston Racing League Clash Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. So with money already in his back pocket, that 52 of Kevin Dick looks like he's satisfied with his machine. Doesn't look like there's much movement out of the garage area of that 52, so that's going to bring us with a little bit of time on our hands. Why don't we step over to the championship points? What do you say coming into tonight's race? Coming into the second race of round 1 in the championship rundown, Kevin Dick sits top of the point standings, 54 points away from that cutoff line. Andrew Moore, Jimmy McKee, all pretty much safe here. McKee sitting 26 points ahead of that cutoff line. Tyler Davala, Kenny McCullough, Max Williams, all double digits ahead of that cutoff line. Roger Rios right there in that 5 machine. He is the last driver inside of your great 8 right here we've got tonight, and then next week at Kentucky before we whittle the field down from the Sweet 16 to the Grade 8. Well, who's going to make it? Who's going to be there? You got Chris McCullough, Jeremy Brooks, Jason Branch, how about Jim Thorndike, Brandon Freeze, all within striking distance of making their way, pointing their way into that top 8. And as always, if a driver in this Sweet 16 manages to walk away with the race win, they will guarantee themselves a spot moving forward into round number 2. Close battle in the points back outside of your championship 16. There you can see the battle raging on between John Finley, Scott Wise, Ryan Nicoletta right there with Scott Wise after Wise serving a penalty, serving a 1-race suspension last weekend, was not at the track when we headed to the Tricky Triangle and we watched Kevin Dick put it on the pole position, walk away with a stage win. But Andrew Moore snatches the checkered flag and ends the run of race wins for Kevin Dick last week at the Tricky Triangle in Pocono. Back to the point standings. There you can see Casey Duncan, Braden Staub all over each other. Frank Reese, Corbin Simmons, close battle as well. So tight points battles, not just for the drivers at the front of the standings in those championship 16 positions, but battles throughout the entire championship standings. As drivers miss out on the next round, they will revert to regular season points. And who knows where they may have a chance at ending up. Take Scott Wise, maybe one of the other drivers back outside of that top 16. They still have a shot to run all the way up as far as 5th in the overall championship standings here in season number 2 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. Brought to you by Banner Construction. Final minute and a half here in this warm-up session. And we are noticing a handful of playoff drivers not here tonight, missing the race. Tyler Davala, Jeremy Brooks, Jason Branch, Brandon Freeze, all unable to make it to the track here tonight. So those 4 drivers are going to be under the gun when we head to Kentucky next Sunday night for a special edition of the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. Excuse me. So already 4 drivers under fire by missing tonight's race. One of them inside of that top 8, 21 positions ahead of the cutoff line. He's, I believe, going to fall just shy of the cutoff line after the points are all said and done and things are calculated here tonight. So we'll have to watch to see how some of these other drivers outside of that top 8 positions run, as now the final few seconds roll off of this warm-up session. Drivers going to get ready to head down pit road and down through pre-race tech inspection. And we'll get set for the starting grid here tonight in the Ethanol 200 from Iowa Speedway. Stage number 1 will come to a close at lap number 40. Stage 2, lap 100. Then a 100-lap short track shootout under the lights to see who captures race number 12's checkered flag. And just like that, checkered flag flies on the warm-up session. Drivers going to begin to make their way to their starting positions on the starting grid. Heading through pre-race inspection now. A lot of drivers making their way down, and we're going to get ourselves a little bit closer to the field. What do you say we head to trackside as drivers begin to make their way to their starting positions? Those familiar bells begin to toll in the background. You know the sounds, you know that means it's only one thing left to do here tonight. Run down tonight's starting lineup here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series Ethanol 200. Inside row number 1, snatching your U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight from Iowa, inside of that Fast 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Die Cast Chevy ZL1 Camaro, Kevin Dick. Andrew Moore in the 77 will line up just to his outside. Anthony Keys and Jimmy McKee back in row 2. Row number 3 here from Iowa Speedway, Scott Wise and Christopher McCullough. Max Williams, Jacob Drift back in row 4. Row number 5 here tonight, the number 4 of Andrew Mraz and the 81 of Andrew Lutz. Roger Rios and Ryan Nicoletta rounding out row number 6. Row 7 here tonight from Iowa Speedway, Jim Thorndike and the 03 of Kenny McCullough. Scotty Brown and Anthony Hanley back in row 8, row number 9, and rounding out the running order here tonight, the 37 of Frank Reese and the 26 of Michael Sham. And that's going to do it. That's going to be it for your starting lineup here tonight in the Ethanol 200 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Get ready to fire things off. Get ready to tune in, turn up, right here in America's heartland. Gonna pound the pavement underneath the lights. The sun is gonna begin to set. Track temperature gonna heat up. Nerves gonna get heated up. We'll see how much the action gets to that 2 and 3 wide that we are so accustomed to seeing here on Sunday nights. And as the music begins to fade out, the pace car will begin to duck off, and we will go green flag racing here tonight from Iowa Speedway. Your pole sitter Kevin Dick leads the field to the restart box. Boss man in the flag stand. It's on, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Iowa. And Kevin Dick, big spin of the tires, and Andrew Moore going to go right to the top spot. Jacob Drift with some trouble. The Drift King in the 15 machine up against the outside wall already in turn number 1. Big stack up back here. Second, third, fourth, all still double file running for positions. There's the 81 of Andrew Lutz trying to make a position up on Christopher McCullough. Andrew Moraz going to lose the position. Now 3 wide into turn 1. 3 wide into turn number 1 for just a brief moment. Drivers on these fresh cold tires in contact. Around goes the 5 and around goes the 31. Caution flag flies. For the first time here tonight at Iowa Speedway, we see the superior tempting caution flag fly contact between Rios and Wise. We'll go back, check the replay. We've seen the contact take place. Why don't we jump to a different camera angle, see what we can see what we can find. And oh, there it is, just off of the corner exit, up the track just a little bit off of his line. And Roger Rios right into the side of the 31. Both drivers go around. Nobody hits a thing. So could have been worse, but it still ain't good. Early trouble here tonight for the 5 and the 31. Wise will catch up with the field. And we will too back at the front with your race leader inside of his Golf Racing Fuel 77. A handful of drivers already to pit road here tonight. Looks like Frank Reese, Jacob Drift, Kenny McCullough, Ron Rio, Scott Wise, all to pit road this time around. Michael Shum, unable to get the car fired off. He's still back at the garage area. Looks like Shum's day may be done. He may be heading through the tunnel and up over to the race control and admin booth. Gonna pull a little bit of official duties here since the car will not fire off, will not make it out on track. The 26 walks away 18th. So early caution flag here tonight. You gotta wonder if drivers are gonna be able to chalk that one up to nerves, or if it was just I don't want to say unawareness, but it looked like Rios just may have thought the 31 of Wise wasn't gonna be there anymore and just drifted up off of that bottom lane, about a half a lane too high and right into the side of the 31. Both drivers spinning down the back stretch, not hitting anything else, so fortunate enough for that, but unfortunately still heavy contact involved in our first caution flag of the night here from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. And if there was ever a time to get hot, right now is the time, because we have seen Kevin Dick in that 52 machine, whether it be here in the Clash Series or Friday nights in the Truck Series. We've seen him be on a tear, and if you can get him behind the 8-ball a little bit, steal some of the race wins, some of those bonus points away from him, I promise you is going to pay dividends. Not just keeping his points a little bit lower, but building the confidence and momentum for yourself. And last week we seen Andrew Moore rise to the occasion and go the victory lane at Pocono Raceway. Will we see a back-to-back repeat winning a performance here from Moore, snatching his second win last week at Pocono? Can he make it a third and tie Kevin Dick in the win column? That 52 holds 3 race wins in his back pocket, the winningest driver here in season number 2 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. And there's a lot of fans in the stands supporting that 52 machine. You see a lot of the t-shirts out there, but we're beginning to see some of those 77 flags show up more and more at these racetracks. As the iRacing Mustang pace car ducks off, we'll get ready to fire things back off, and on the gas quick in the restart box. Andrew Moore steps away from the field. Kevin Dick right there. He's going to secure that second position. Jimmy McKee with a spot over Christopher McCullough, who loses 1 position to Andrew Mraz. Mraz at the bottom of the racetrack. 3 wide off of 2. 3 wide off of 2. Now the 81's got to go right to the top of the speedway. Evasive action trying to get around that 99 of Jimmy McKee. Luckily, nothing happened. Unfortunate at the front of this field. Everybody beginning to try to get single file. But then Andrew Mraz in that Ford machine, followed by the 81 of Andrew Lutz. Both look to the bottom of the speedway. Will Mraz super loose? A little bit of a tank slap there. The Exalta 81 will gain a position, keeping it to the high side. And oh, around goes Mraz. Talk about sliding the tires. We're still trying to recover. Drivers 2, 3 wide, fanning out, trying to get around that 4. I don't know how Mraz was able to keep that car under him. Big hats off to the man inside of that Nerds number 4. Also a big tip of the cap to the entire field behind Mraz. Didn't wad it up right there. It could have been a big one early here at Iowa. Fortunate enough for all the drivers missing the big one early. Mraz falls to 8th. We'll jump back through the field. Once again, Jim Thorndike, one of your championship contenders, outside of the top 8, looking in, trying to find a way into that top 8. Have a little bit easier night when we head to Kentucky next week. How will Thorndike run? Sits in 12th right now. Still a very long way to go. Battle for the race lead at the front. Kevin Dick looking to the inside of the 77. Not quite going to be there in 1 and 2. Going to look back down at the bottom of 3 and 4. Pull even through the center. Not able to keep the power down on corner exit, and he's not going to grab that top spot just yet. Will we have another lead change at the front? Brief moment there. You can see the 52 sticks the nose out in front, but Moore gets it back on the high side with the momentum paying off through the center exit. And this is going to be close. I think we're going to have to see a slide job, one of those good old-fashioned short track sliders. And there it is. Job well done. 52 has to defend the crossover, and the 77 not going to get there. We go back to the way we qualified here tonight. Back to the point once again. Second lead change of the night. Only 2 race leaders, Kevin Dick and Andrew Moore, front of this field. Christopher McCullough, as these drivers have been battling, he has gained a ton of ground. The 60 right there, just a half a second back from Moore. Then it's over a second back to the next battles on track. Jimmy McKee, Ryan Nicoletta, and Anthony Keys all lined up running with each other. Andrew Mraz now regaining some of that momentum and confidence. The 4 Nerds machine moves up 1 position from 8th after the fall. Now he's up into 7th. Max Williams back in 9th. And Andrew Lutz round out your top 10. But we've got trouble in paradise, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 championship drivers well outside of your top 10. Let's go back and take a look at this 03 of Kenny McCullough, struggling a little bit with the race pace here now. The 03 came into tonight's race sitting and I believe it was the 6th position, 5th position, I apologize, in the championship standings. He's got a lot on the line. He doesn't want to have to be in a dogfight when we head to Kentucky next Sunday night. Kenny McCullough, he's going to have to recover. He's going to have to gain a handful of positions right here, looking to the inside of the 37 of Frank Reese. The Oreo machine goes to the top of the speedway, opens the door for McCullough on the bottom. The 03 tries to fall through. He's going to complete the pass through the center of 3 and 4. Look for McCullough now to move to 14th. Jacob Drift just behind this short little battle. Also one of your championship drivers coming into tonight's race. Outside of that championship 16, Jacob 29 points back from the cutoff line. He needs to have a solid night here tonight, and he's already had some contact with the outside wall. Look for the Drift King to try to get to the front. Anthony Handley, also one of those drivers in some big time trouble as far as the point standings are concerned coming into tonight's race. 39 points out from the cutoff line. He is almost already in a must-win in a must-win situation, and there you can see Andrew Lutz, big time trouble. Lutz drops from battling inside the top 5 all the way back now to that 16th position. Make that 17th as Anthony Handley does make the pass. Handley in a must-win situation. That's about all she wrote, and he's already got some scrapes and scruffs down the right side of his 88 machine. We'll jump back to the front with your race leader. Half a second advantage for the 52 of Kevin Dick. Take a look back off of the tail end of Kevin Dick. Looking back now at Andrew Moore. There's Christopher McCullough, Jimmy McKee, Ryan Nicoletta rounding out your top 5. Roger Rios sitting in 6th. Andrew Moraz back in 7th. Max Williams 8th. Anthony Keys and Jim Thorndike round out your top 10. We're going to jump around to a few of the other gentlemen sporting the cameras here on board with that Nerds number 4 machine. Andrew Moraz looking back now at Max Williams. Anthony Keys not far off. There's Thorndike back in 10th. The YJE Sports number 8 looks to the bottom of the racetrack, but Max Williams can't hold the power down, and he'll have to follow suit, fall in line back into turn 1. We'll jump back outside of the race car, trying to bring you some more of the battle, some more of the action out there on track. Why don't we go back to the 2 drivers just behind Anthony Keys, Jim Thorndike going at it, 9th and 10th on the racetrack. Crossing the line, lap number 24 goes on the board. Halfway through stage number 1, and it looks like we're gonna have a 2-car breakaway, a 2-car fight for the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Kevin Dick, Andrew Moore 1 and 2 in qualifying, 1 and 2 on the track here tonight. They've swapped the lead for a handful of laps. Kevin Dick going back to the point, and Andrew Moore, I don't want to say comfortable or kosher with running in second, but content to keep that 52 in sight. Jumping back around the track once again, taking another vantage point, another look at this battle raging on the 14 Ford Mustang of Anthony Keys, battling with Jim Thorndike. Scotty Brown right there in his 70 Mustang, lurking in the background, looking for a position. Nobody heading to pit road just yet. Early caution here tonight from Iowa Speedway and the Ethanol 200 right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We have been clean and green since lap number 7. These drivers have pulled the belt sights, re-racked them, refocused, and refired, and are heading off into a long green flag run. Will we see pit stops before the end of stage 1? We have ourselves about 12 laps to go here in the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1. And it's still a close battle at the front. We want to watch this action right here near the rear of the field, but we're gonna switch for just a moment back to the front because it's gotten hot and heavy over the last handful of laps. Andrew Moore breathing down the neck of Kevin Hick, and we're gonna go on board now. Let's jump on board with Andrew Moore as he's trying to chase down your race leader. One of the many onboard cameras here tonight at Iowa Speedway. Big tip of the cap to all of these Blown Piston Racing League drivers and crews teams, allowing us to get inside the race cars, put a handful of cameras in there. A big shout out to some of the drivers wearing some of our visor cams here tonight as well. Inside look, not going to go this time into turn number 1. Andrew Moore stays right behind. Protecting the bottom of the racetrack is that 52, but look at the big run, that launch off of turn 4, and Andrew Moore, he is there. He has not just rolled over and taken the medicine. Look at him pounding the pavement on the high side. He's going to get the run once again. Drag race into turn 3. Advantage to the 77 for the time being, but Kevin Hick hugging that inside yellow line, and he's going to lose a little bit of ground this time. Momentum paying off at the top side, and Andrew Moore goes back to the point. The third lead change of the evening here tonight. Still only 2 race leaders now. Kevin Hick looking to fight back on the inside lane, but I would expect to see that high line momentum prevail. I believe the distance in the gap is just going to continue to grow, and if Kevin Hick isn't very careful, that 60 of McCullough is going to head to the top of the racetrack, and he's going to pull the same pass that 77 of Andrew Moore was able to pull. Both of those drivers sporting those bow ties, trying to chase down the fast Ford at the front now. Jimmy McKee, your next Ford driver in line, sitting back in the 4th position. The 99 sitting right where he qualified here tonight. Not really moving forward, but not falling back either. So content right here in stage number 1. Jimmy McKee running in 4th. And with just 5 laps to go, I don't believe we're going to see anybody head to pit road to top it off with fuel to try to play a fuel strategy or a tire strategy here tonight in the Ethanol 200 in the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series Season number 2, Chase Race number 2. Under the lights here, short track style. Flirting with that outside wall that last time around off of turn number 4. Andrew Moore very close to that outside wall. Lap traffic in the windshield now. 37 of Frank Reese in danger of falling off the lead lap, and I believe it's going to be inevitable at this point in time. Frank Reese will lose a lap here. And he's gonna have to fight hard to try to keep some speed in that machine, because you don't want to see those race leaders get up to Andrew Lutz, the 81 next driver on the list, to fall off of the lead lap. And you can already see off in the distance, if we get a camera shot of it, you're going to be able to begin to peek a view at that 81 of Lutz, who is not very far off in front of your race leader, just about 2 seconds out in front of your race leader. As we cross the line this time, we've got just 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. Hard pressure at the front of the field. It's a 3-car battle for the Wise Guy Racing. For the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Sailing it off into the corner that time is the 52, and I don't think his car liked it. He went way up the track. Almost lost that second position to Christopher McCullough. Fortunate enough for him, he's able to keep that second position, and now drivers making their way down the back stretch and back to the start finish line. We will see that superior templating caution flag fly for the second time to end the stage here at Iowa in the Ethanol 200, lap number 40 now completed, waiting for that stage break caution flag to fly, and there it is, walking away with the stage win, walking away with the checkered flag last week. He's picking up right where he left off. Man of the moment gets the job done. The 77 of Andrew Moore walks away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Heck of a battle, heck of a run here in Stage 1 for that 77. Able to fight off Kevin, your pole sitter here tonight to snatch the bonus points, to snatch the stage win. Job well done, my friend. And, well, we're going to allow these drivers to catch back up to the tail end of the pace car and make their first pit stops of the evening. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay a few bills. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside after a little bit of weird strategy plays by a handful of these drivers, we've now got a new race leader at the front of this field. Although he's yet to come to pit road, Jacob Drift, the Drift King in the Drift King 15 machine, snatches a handful of laps led. He's now going to head to pit road, give up that top spot back to your pole sitter, the 52 of Kevin Dick, walking away second in the first stage. He will grab the top spot here as coming to pit road late was Andrew Moore, and he is way back in the running order now. Moore giving up a ton of track position, but walking away with that stage win. So bonus points in his back pocket. We heard him talk about those bonus points last week and how he needs to give himself a little bit of a cushion heading into round number 2 of this championship chase in the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Round 2 of the playoffs will start 2 weeks from now at the Queen City. That's right, Charlotte Motor Speedway will host round number 2 in just a short 2 weeks' time, running out for these drivers to make it into the great 840 laps in the book here tonight. Already in the Ethanol 200 from Iowa Speedway, starting outside your pole sitter now will be the 60 of Christopher McCullough as Kevinick chose that inside lane. New second row here for this restart. Max Williams, Jimmy McKee in row 2. Row 3 on the restart. Jim Thorndike, Ryan Nicoletta, Scotty Brown, Scott Wise, Anthony Hanley, and Roger Rios round out your top 10. And where is your stage winner? Where did he go? He has fallen all the way back here to 13th. He has got a big task on his hands now to make his way back to the front. Will he be able to keep the fenders clean? We'll find out here very shortly as we switch back to the front of the field. The pace car will duck off and we will fire things off. Once again, right here in the ethanol, 200 on the gas and green flag flies. Once again, Kevinick gets up through the gears. Nobody challenging him into turn 1. Big slide up the track for that 99 of Jimmy McKee. He will take that third position away, but a big slide up across the track as he snatches that third position. We talked about him needing to have a solid run here tonight. There you can see that 13 machine. Jim Thorndike making his way to the top 5. And oh, Andrew Mraz with trouble. Mraz is mowing the grass. Andrew Mraz mows the grass here tonight, has trouble on the front stretch, and we stay green flag racing here from Iowa. Back to the front of the field, Kevinick leads Christopher McCullough, and now caution flag will wave. Caution on the track, trouble as Andrew Lutz has an issue. The 81 gonna go around. Let's go check our latest replay. On just a big loose condition, and then stacking up a lot of drivers here. One driver into the outside wall, then the 81 sideways through most of 3 and 4. We didn't see what quite happened to bring that caution flag out. Let's go back there. You can see one driver already into that outside wall. Let's take one more look at it here. Yeah, just missing what was the start and what was the cause of the initial contact, but nonetheless, you see the result. And that's going to put us under caution for the third time here tonight. Second on-track incident here from Iowa. Quarter of the way through tonight's race. You know, it's something about racing under the lights. You know, temperatures, seem to typically fall, but tempers typically rise. Drivers seem to be a little bit more anxious underneath the lights. Not sure if it's a vision thing or if it's just, flashbacks to their up-and-coming track days on the local track circuits, racing on Saturday nights under the lights. You know how it goes sometimes. Some beating and banging, some hard-nosed racing. No real beating and banging here tonight, just unfortunate circumstances for a handful of drivers already here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. Right here in the Blown Piston Racing League Class Series. After our latest skirmish on the track, a handful more drivers onto pit road for quite an extended stay. Andrew Lutz and Kenny McCullough both still down there working on their machines, and they're going to fall at least one lap down now as Ryan Nicoletta makes his way off of pit road just in time. He'll keep himself on the lead lap. Jacob Drift comes back down pit road. He's going to fix a little bit more on that 15 Drift King machine. We've got big-time playoff implications here tonight. That 03 of Kenny McCullough stuck down on pit road, losing positions, losing time, losing points. He came into tonight's race above the cutoff line. He will fall outside of the cutoff line here after tonight's race. Tyler Davala also going to fall outside of that top 8, missing tonight's race. No points coming Davala's way, as he was only 21 points ahead of the cutoff line. He's going to look to be somewhere around that 10th, 11th position in the Sweet 16 heading in to Kentucky next week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And, well, pace car lights are back off, so you know that means we're going to go back double file once again. And America's favorite, everybody's favorite, the guy sitting right there inside of that 13 machine, Jim Thorndike, looking to bring the 13 a little closer to the front of this field. He came into tonight's race sitting 23 points outside of the cutoff line. He's needing to have a solid run here tonight. Thorndike with a solid night so far, sitting in 5th, in control of your Top Groove Hard Charger award right now, but your race leader Kevin Hick at the front on the bottom of the track once again, waits for it, nails the gas, and green flag flies once again here in the Ethanol 200. No real challenge for Kevin Dick on this restart. Once again, able to step away from the field. McCullough going to slot in second without a problem. No issues for Max Williams either. Then it's a hornet's nest right here with Jimmy Key, Anthony Keys, Andrew Mraz involved in this one. And here he is, finally making his way back up inside the top 10, looking at knocking on the door of a top 5. Your stage 1 winner, snatching the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win, the 77 of Andrew Moore, now running back in 8th. Andrew Moore sitting in control of the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award here tonight from Iowa with a 23.94, only driver to break into that 23-second mark. Will we see anybody pick up the pace throughout the rest of tonight's race? Big time point situation here tonight for Moore. He's going to look to see if he can somehow leapfrog Kevin Dick at the top of these point standings here. Already snatching the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win and in control of the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. Trying to check on a few other accolades here tonight, and Scotty Brown now in control of the Top Groove Hard Charger Award. Brown up 5 positions from here where he qualified, back in the 15th spot, now running in 10th, in trouble off of turn 2, right in front of Jim Thorndike. I believe that is Thorndike in that 13 machine. And what happened here with Thorndike? He must have had some trouble. He was running right around that 5th position on this restart, and he is now running back in 10th. Not quite sure what went down, not quite sure what happened here tonight, but now Jim Thorndike back behind the 8 ball, running in 10th. Let's jump around the track, back up to the front of the field. What do you say? We've got a battle for that race lead. Christopher McCullough looking to the inside, trying to make the shortest way around the track work, trying to miss some of these bumps. A lot of character in this track on the high side. A lot of bumps in the 60. Chasing down that 52, and Kevin Dick almost overstepping the boundaries, almost stepping it out as we head back down the backstretch once again. Everybody chasing after Kevin Dick at the front of this field. Back across the line, 52 still leading tonight's race. Lap number 62 now goes on the board. Drivers will make their way down the backstretch and back into turn number 3. And Kevin Dick with a big slide off of turn 2. He's going to lose a lot of ground, and he's going to give up that top spot. New race leader At the front of this field, the 60 of Christopher McCullough takes that top spot. That's going to give us our fifth lead change of the night. For separate drivers leading a lap here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. McCullough out front in the 60. Kevin Dick now falling into the clutches of Max Williams, Jimmy McKee, Andrew Mraz, all running nose to tail with each other. Andrew Moore in the 77 knocking on the door of the top 5. He's running back now in 6th position. Stepping out just a little bit is that Monster Energy number 99. You got to be careful about opening up the door. There you can see him high on the racetrack once again. Look for Mraz to try to turn that Ford machine down a late corner exit and see if he can't get a run off of the banking and down one of the back and down the back stretch or front stretch and try to take that position away. The stack up here now, everybody running right behind Max Williams. May be a little bit off pace right now, causing a little bit of a clog. Here as we cross the line on lap number 66, less than 20 laps here remaining in stage number 2. The Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage will come to a close on lap 100. Or I apologize, we've got ourselves about 34. For some reason, I was thinking it was lap 80 that stage caution was coming out, but it is lap 100 here tonight from Iowa Speedway. So drivers may be coming to pit road before the end of this second stage. Everybody came to pit road, got fuel and tires underneath the first stage break. Handful of drivers with their second stop under the stage caution. And as we work our way across the exit of turn 2, back down the backstretch and into turn number 3, approaching lap number 69. Why don't we go ahead and give you a little bit of house cleaning, a little bit of rundown on the way things are shaking out here tonight at Iowa Speedway and Chase race number 2 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series. 18 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. Unfortunately for the 26, he was unable to make the starting grid as the mechanical failures relegated him to stay in the garage. He'll be down and out of tonight's race, listed in 18th. The 81 of Andrew Lutz, after trouble on the track, has called it a night. Lutz will finish tonight's race here at Iowa back in 17th. Kenny McCullough with some big trouble after contact. McCullough down 16 laps in 16th position. He's going to have a long, hard road ahead of him for the rest of the way here tonight under the lights at Iowa Speedway. Top 15 still on track, still on the lead lap, as we've got some close battles brewing right here. You can see side by side 99 going at it with the 8 of Max Williams. Andrew Moore battling with Anthony Keys. The 14 looks to the bottom of the racetrack in his Serve Pro 14. Mustang on Mustang. The 3 of them all grouped up in a row. Big battle of the bow ties. Top 4 drivers sporting that Chevy bow tie on the front end of their Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Christopher McCullough still leads Kevin Dick. Andrew Mraz back there in 3rd. Max Williams in 4th. Jimmy McKee rounds out your top 5. Gonna stay right here with this hot and heavy battle, this hot and heavy action right here from Iowa Speedway. Stage number 2 well and underway. We've only got ourselves right at about a little less than 30 laps. I would say about 26 laps or so here left in the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast stage number 2. Whoa, a little bit of a moment there for the 14 of Anthony Keys. Evasive action made by Andrew Moore. He's going to drop to the bottom of the racetrack. 2 almost 3 wide on corner exit. The 8 of Max Williams seems to be a little bit off pace. Now the 14 looks to the bottom of the 77 once again. Here comes that Serve Pro 14. Anthony Keys grabs the position away from Andrew Moore as they chase down Max Williams. There you see the 99 of Jimmy McKee looking to the bottom of the racetrack. Just hasn't been able to make the pass for position happen just yet. Hasn't been able to make it work out. Big stack up now as we've got 5 drivers nose to tail across the finish line and back into turn number 1. They stay stacked up, fanning out through the center of the corner now, looking to the bottom off of turn 2. Little bit of a wiggle by that 99. Big move by the 14, top of the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to look for position. Not going to get there. Oh, big run by the 77, and oh my gosh, where's he going? Mowing a little bit of grass. I believe that's the 88 of Anthony Handley. No, that was not Anthony Handley. I don't know who it was, but man, whoever it was close. Roger Rios looks like may have been the culprit there. Coming off of the track, doing a little bit of landscaping here. That's not how you want to make some extra money. You want to make that extra money by getting to victory lane by snatching that U.S. Veterans Pole Award here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Close racing action here between the 14 and 77. Will we see the bumpers be used before the final few laps of tonight's race? Keep in mind, all of these drivers fighting for their championship hopes, championship dreams, all the line, championship implications with every pass here tonight, especially with 4 drivers missing out on tonight's race that are in that championship hunt. It's going to blow the door wide open for a handful of these drivers in Kentucky. Just got a little bit more interesting. Man, I'm telling you, this is a big mix-up of cars right here. The 5, even after the big slide, he's run this field back down. Roger Rios has got a ton of pace inside of that 5 machine. Battle still raging on here with Max Williams, the 8 machine, leading this. I don't even know what to call it. Group Hornet's Nest, Bee's Nest, kerfuffle, chaos without crashing. One of the above. These drivers have been all over each other as the rest of the field just steps away. Your top 3 drivers stepping away by over 2.5 second gap in front of this 4, 5, 6, 7 car pack, continuing to race for the 4th position on the speedway. And Andrew Moore dropped it to the bottom of the racetrack. He got around a handful of drivers, and now he looks to make it one more. Andrew Moore looks to get to 4th. 4th all the way back through 11th, right here involved in this on-track skirmish. Into the outside wall goes Rios. Scott Wise going to pick up that position. Now Wise in the 31 machine going to sit in the 8th position, fanning out to 3 different lanes through turn number 1, and Andrew Moore begins to step away. Jimmy McKee fighting now on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get by that 14 of Anthony Keys. It's a big stack up. We said it was a hornet's nest. It's more like an entire, I don't know what they call them, covenant? I don't know. I mean, a wasp den? Is that a thing? A wasp den? Somebody help me here. Whatever it is, we got it here tonight at Iowa Speedway. You said you wanted some great short track racing action. Well, you got it right here tonight. from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love. Let them know you appreciate each and every lap they lay down here on Sunday nights for you with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Join us in our constant push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe one of the multiple sponsors across our multiple different leagues and series, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time. So don't forget, drop these drivers that thumbs up. Lap 88 now on the board. We are less than 20 laps remaining here in the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast. Stage number 2 in the hot and heavy battle for the moment still remains 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, all the way back to almost 13th here. Scotty Brown begins to join this battle. Ryan Nicoletta, Jacob Drift have already started to emerge on the scene and join this battle in front of them. And Andrew Moore making his way around the Wounded Warrior in the Oreo machine. The 37 of Frank Reese loses a lap here. Whoa, big moment for the 14 of Keys. Face of action, he goes to the bottom of the racetrack, almost whips that thing around, but he keeps it straight, and we stay green flag racing here in Iowa. 2, 3 wide back through turn 1 and 2. After snatching that 5th position away, Jimmy McKee looks to try to set sail, and we've got more battles raging. Roger Rios, Scott Wise going at it. 2 almost 3 wide with the 99. Wise gonna slide right up the track, just across the nose of that 8 of Max Williams. Now down under 10 laps to go here in stage number 1, way up the track. Move on over, buddy. Gotta go through. 31 with a little bit of a bumper on that 37. Or I apologize, that was the 99 with a little bit of a bumper on the 37. Sent him on out of his way. Didn't have time to play. Didn't want to play no games. And look at the run by Scott Wise, almost into the left rear quarter of that 99, that time by in 1 and 2. We're going to stay right here because this is where the battle's at. This is where the action is here from Iowa. Not much to be said up at the front of this field. Christopher McCullough leading by over a 1.5 second advantage over Kevin Dick. Kevin Dick has a 1.5 second advantage over Andrew Mraz, who packs a 3 second gap between himself and Andrew Moore. Jimmy McKee now, whoa, battling Roger Rios. Contact. Jacob Drift goes to the inside. He mows the grass. Back on track. Oh my goodness. Now the battle has been split up. We've got 2 smaller groups battling for position here, coming to the closing laps of stage number 2. Who will walk away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win for all intents and purposes. Almost 2 seconds out in front is Christopher McCullough, and I believe, unless he throws this thing away himself, there you can see Kevin Dick off in the background. Almost out of the screen on all of your shots. There he is creeping into the background. But Christopher McCullough well in control here, coming to the end of stage number 1. And I mean, this is what he needed. Coming into tonight's race, McCullough sat 10 points out of that championship 8. Securing some bonus points here by walking away with a stage win is going to do him loads of help, especially after a great finish in stage number 1 to boot. This 60 looks to pad his points a little bit more here tonight from Iowa and walk away with a stage win. A handful of laps left to go, 3 laps left, and we will come to a close on stage number 2. And as we get close to that halfway point in tonight's Ethanol 200, quick rundown. We've had 5 lead changes for race leaders, 2 on-track cautions with 1 stage break here tonight from Iowa. Crossing the line, lap number 99 and now underway, and McCullough continues to step away from Kevin Dick. Keeping an eye on the battle back there between Roger Rio, Scott Wise, and Max Williams, still raging on track. 6th, 7th, and 8th on the speedway. Still going at it, still throwing haymakers at each other, trying to grab an extra point or two as we cross the line that time by snatching the stage 2 win. It's all pretty much done and in the bag. Just gotta wait for the ink to dry down the back stretching back into turn number 3. 2 more corners to go, and we can make it official off of turn 4 this time around. To the start-finish line, your Stage 2 winner, walking away with the checkered flag here for the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. Christopher McCullough gets the job done. And there you can see your superior templating caution flag flying here tonight, signifying the end of stage number 2. Walking away with the stage win, grabbing a handful of points. It's going to go, it's going to vote very well for McCullough and what he's trying to do here by getting himself back inside of that top 8. The driver out of Savannah, Georgia, gets it done, snatches the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. And well, race fans, as that's going to lead us to our next break in the action. We're going to step away for our next commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here from Iowa Speedway with all your green flag action. You're watching the Ethanol 200.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
and back trackside here at Iowa Speedway. Big mix up here as we come through the stage break. We had two drivers play a little bit of strategy. Ryan Nicoletta stayed out and grabbed the race lead for just one lap. Grabs that point for leading a lap here tonight. And Andrew Mraz now in control of the race lead. He beat the field off of pit road. And the pace car lights have went out on that fast Ford Mustang, leading this field around at a blistering 60 miles an hour. That's about as fast as those are. Well, we'll just leave it alone. 7 lead changes here tonight amongst 6 different drivers. Will we see Andrew Moore get back to the front of this field? He'll line up inside row number 1 with your race leader, the control car, the 4 of Andrew Mraz, elected to take the high side. Roger Rios in your stage 2 winner will line up back in row number 2. Christopher McCullough snatching that Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. And here we go, race fans. We're going to go back. Green flag racing as on the gas quick. Andrew Mraz nails the loud pedal. And we are back. Green flag racing here from Iowa. Field makes their way through 1 and 2. Everybody chasing after your race leader. They'll head down the backstretch and into turn number 3. And losing that second position to that 5 machine of Roger Rios is Andrew Moore, struggling on the bottom of the racetrack now. Moore loses that position. He's going to fall back to 3rd now. Way up the track is yet another driver. Big trouble here tonight. Scotty Brown in the 70 has some issues, and we have ourselves our 5th caution of the night. The Superior Timberling caution flag will fly for our 3rd on-track incident here tonight. Let's go back. Let's check the replay. Let's see if we can't see what went down, what happened with Scotty Brown. They're giving us a head nod there, so we've got that one queued up. Let's go back and check the replay. And there you can see him already. Oh, and there it is. There's the trouble back through this field. Scotty Brown involved, and I believe, let's see if we can get a better view of that one. I believe that may have been Anthony Handley in the 88 caught up and involved. And oh, the 14 caught up and involved. None of his doing. Anthony Keys caught up after Scotty Brown trying to correct the car, and just unfortunately it gets away from him, and Brown up the track right across the 14's nose. And unfortunately, Anthony Keys' fast Ford Mustang now has a few wrinkles in the front end, and he's going to have a long 90 laps ahead of him here tonight from Iowa. You know, we haven't talked about it very much here tonight, race fans, but race strategy. Keep in mind, we're going to have the longest run throughout this race here coming up when we get back to green flag racing. If we stay green flag racing, we can see a 90 lap run to the end. Will drivers have enough fuel in their tanks? Will they have to save at all? We've seen multiple drivers stretch things there at the end of stage 1. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Dave, I mean, that was only 40 laps. If these drivers keep it out there for 40 laps, that'll put them only somewhere around lap 160. So I don't see how they're going to save the fuel. And, well, I'm kind of right there with you. Should we get a long green flag run here, I believe we should see most of this field hit pit road right around that lap 165 mark, setting themselves up for a short stage length run to the end of tonight's race. But as we all know, pesky caution flags can change it all. It can switch up the strategies. A lot of drivers now behind the 8 ball here tonight. Multiple drivers falling off of the lead lap. Multiple drivers still on pit road after that latest on-track incident. Anthony Key, Scotty Brown, Jacob Drift, Kenny McCullough in the 03, all still relegated to pit road. Tough break here tonight for a handful of our championship drivers. 8 of them, 4 of them, I apologize, 4 out of your top 16 with trouble here tonight. 4 of them not even here tonight. So that makes a total of 8. 8 championship drivers with massive amounts of trouble here tonight. Mraz, Moore, McCullough, McKee rising to the top. Your championship contenders sitting in those first 4 positions. Scott Wise breaking up that championship group at the front. Then Max Williams, Jim Thorndike, Kevin Dick, all right there, 6th, 7th, 8th. All championship contenders as well. 8 out of your top 10 drivers on track right now as we make our way around behind the pace car, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. 8 out of your top 10 drivers are championship contenders. They are drivers that are outside looking in, inside looking back, trying to build a bigger gap so they have an easier night at Kentucky. I don't know. Long way to go here. Lap 113 out of the 200 scheduled in tonight's official race distance in the Ethanol 200. Pace car down and away on the gas quick, and green flag will fly. Once again here at Iowa Speedway, Andrew Mraz cuts down to the bottom of the racetrack and he walks away from the field at the front. Big move up the track there. 77 super tight here on corner entry of turn number 1, and he's going to drop from 2nd back to 3rd. Stage 2 winner Christopher McCullough going at it with your Stage 1 winner Andrew Moore. Who's faster? Who's going to grab the spot? Neither of them going to get the top spot just yet as Andrew Mraz continues to show the way. We'll drop that timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do. Big moment there as Scott Wise all over the tail end of Kevin Dick. Those 2 drivers all over each other pretty much all race long. Let's take a look back now off of the tail end of that Chevy Silverado running it. Chevy Z01 Camaro running in 2nd. Your Stage 2 Facebook Custom Paints and Die Cast winner Christopher McCullough sits in 2nd to 60. Looking back at your Stage 1 winner Andrew Moore, much different line. He keeps it to the middle of the track. Corner after corner, lap after lap, it has served him well in the opening stages. Struggling a little bit here to get back to the front of the field. Andrew Moore rounds out your top 3. Let's go back, take a look off of Kevin Dick's Chevy ZL1 Camaro as well. The Facebook Custom Paints and Die Cast Northland Leisure 52. Carrying our turn 3 onboard camera shop, looking over the rear deck lid, looking back at Roger Rios. 31 of Scott Wise right there as well, running very well here tonight after serving his 1 race suspension. Wise back on track, back trying to make an impact here tonight at Iowa. Battles at the front, but this is your closest battle amongst 4 different drivers. Kevin Dick, Max Williams, Roger Rios, Scott Wise, all going at it. Jim Thorndike lurking in the background. 13 needs to find a way to gain a handful more of positions. Came into tonight's race out of your championship 8, well out of your championship 8, down 23 spots from that cutoff position. And he's going to have a long night ahead of himself. Christopher McCullough, who was just 10 points back, already snatched a stage win and running in second right now as we cross the line to begin lap 121 out of the 200 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Now looking to the bottom of the racetrack is Roger Rios. Rios beginning to give Kevin a fight on the top side. Back down to the bottom in turn number 3, the 5 hugging that yellow line all the way up to the highest seam on the track goes Kevin Dick. He's going to straddle that high seam on track, trying to keep the momentum up and trying to miss some of the bumps. And it's going to pay dividends here back across the stripe and into turn 1. Kevin Dick keeps that 5th position for the time being. Right back behind him, 2-car battle underway. Max Williams, Scott Wise, both going at it. 7th and 8th on the speedway. Jim Thorndike looking to make his way up into the mix. Thorndike in the 13 Chevy Z01 Camaro trying to get his way back a little bit further inside of your top 10. Sitting in 9th right now, Thorndike up 4 positions from where he qualified, but your biggest mover of the race right now inside of that Oreos 37 in control of the top Groove Hard Charger Award right now. It belongs to that man at the top of the speedway, the 37 of Frank Reese. Looks to walk away with a handful of points. Job well done, up 6th position as we run here tonight. Frank Reese in control of that top Groove Hard Charger Award. Still the only driver down inside of that 23-second bracket is the driver that walked away with the Stage 1 win. Walking away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win was that 77 of Andrew Moore, and Moore also still in control of that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. Walking away so far here tonight, padding some points. Andrew Moore runs in 3rd. Roger Rios still battling with Jimmy McKee. Will back up just a little bit behind Andrew Moore. There's Rios heating up that rear bumper, trying to make his way around. Tell you what, why don't we go with an overhead hood camera shot? I believe we've got one of those. There it is on board with that 5 of Rios. Love this camera shot. Get you up close to the action. Working off of turn number 4 back across the stripe. Looking down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to dive it deep into turn 1. Slide up the track and look to set sail. Now looking back from Roger Rios, and you can't see McKee just yet because McKee has not given up the fight. He is still trying to hold it down up there at the top of the track, trying to hold that 4th position. And for the moment, he's going to be successful. Roger Rios not going to be able to make the pass, and that's going to allow that 52 of Kevin Dick to work his way right back up in the mix. The 52 runs in 6th. McKee and Rios, Rios and McKee, back and forth, switching, swapping that 4th and 5th position over the last handful of laps, last 10 to 12 laps or so. Those two drivers have been mixing it up back and forth, and that has allowed a handful of drivers to begin to make some headway and gain some ground. The 52 of Kevin Dick right there as well. But more importantly, check this out. Drivers at the front of the field, they have not been able to get away. They have not scooted away just yet. Andrew Mraz still leading the field just by about 0.3 of a second last time around. Only 100th faster than McCullough, who sits behind him. Fastest man Last time around on the track, though, was the man lurking in the background in that Golf Racing Fuel 77 machine. Andrew Moore is on a tear. He's got some pace in that Ford. Last lap by, and again, one of the quickest on the track is that 77 of Andrew Moore. He was a 10th faster than both drivers in front. Don't look now, let the draws music begin to play because he's gonna eat him up when he gets there. Almost into that outside wall for McCullough. That could have been bad. Working our way towards that three-quarter mark here tonight. 18 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 14 out there on the track with only 11 left on the lead lap. Frank Reese in the 37 Oreos machine. Last driver listed on the lead lap. He's still got himself about 10 seconds or so before these race leaders will work their way back to him. But you gotta know that's on the crew chief's mind. You gotta know the spotter is reminding him, hey bud, those leaders are coming and we've got a pass for the race lead to the bottom of the track. 60 looks to slide up, not gonna quite get there. Andrew Mraz beats him back to the line. Mraz able to beat McCullough back to the line last time around, able to keep that top position for now. Still trying to work him over on the bottom of the racetrack is that 60 of McCullough. He is not satisfied with leading the handful of laps that he has and walking away with that stage 2 win. He wants the front again, and he wants victory lane. He wants to secure his chance to run for the championship by walking away with a race win here in round number 1. Will we see McCullough get to victory lane for the first time here in the Clash Series? McCullough yet to go to victory lane. He's had a handful of good races here, but really starting to put things together here at Iowa Speedway. Sometimes certain short tracks just play into the advantages of certain drivers and teams, and it looks like we have found one of those sweet tracks for a Sweet 16 driver. Christopher McCullough still runs in second. Battle for the top spot once again. Bottom of the racetrack goes McCullough. Looking to have it close quarters, racing off of turn 2 back down the backstretch. Here comes Andrew Moore to make it a 3-car battle. Throws it down into 3 and up the racetrack. McCullough snatches that top spot back once again. We've got another lead change at the front. That's going to be our 8th lead change of the night. 3 caution flags, 2 stage breaks here tonight for a total of 5 superior templating caution flags flying here in the Ethanol 200 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, presented to you by Banner Construction, right here each and every Sunday night live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. After making the pass, he has stepped away. McCullough already opened up a half a second advantage, and now Andrew Moore, he's going to have to do away with that 4 really fast here. He's going to have to get him out of his way and try to run down McCullough before he builds this gap, before this round of green flag pit stops begins, because they are looming in the air. Just a handful of laps, I would say about 10, maybe 15 more laps is when these drivers are going to have to come to pit road for fuel and tires for the final time here tonight. And man, there's so many implications in the point stand. Oh my goodness. So many implications in the point standings coming to lap 144 here out of the 200 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, as now Andrew Moore able to hug that bottom of the track in the 4. Mraz has trouble at the top. That's going to bring the 5 machine of Roger Rios up into the mix. Rios now sitting in 4th, looking to grab that 3rd position away from Mraz. But as we were saying about the big points implications, 4 championship drivers missing the race here tonight. We have got 4 championship drivers with trouble off of the lead lap as we make our way back into turn number 3 on lap 145. Anthony Handley, Jacob Tripp, Kenny McCullough, and Anthony Keys, all trouble here. Kenny McCullough was inside of your top 8. Jacob Drift, one of the drivers on the outside looking in. Anthony Handley also needing to have a good night here tonight. He's going to fall short on that. And Anthony Keys, another driver inside of your top 8 right now, who's fallen from grace. And Keys may very well fall outside of your top 8 by the end of tonight's race. So that's 3 drivers that may lose a spot inside of that great 8 and have just one opportunity left when we get to Kentucky Speedway next Sunday night, right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network special Easter Sunday broadcast, coming to you live from the Bluegrass State. And next week, same time, same place. Don't forget to write it down on your calendars. Tell you what, while you're here, while you're at it, go ahead and drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell, and you won't need to write it down on your calendar. You'll get one of those fancy little notifications anytime we go live, and you don't have to worry about whether you missed it or not. It'll be right there waiting for you whenever you're ready, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Front of the field, stretching out just a little bit now. Christopher McCullough out to almost a 1-second advantage over Andrew Moore, who now runs in 2nd. Roger Rios back in 3rd, and Andrew Mraz sitting in 4th. Jimmy McKee right here rounding out your top 5, but he's got company. Kevin Hick looking to the inside, looking to make a pass into 31 of Scott Wise, also running well here tonight. Wise sits in 7th with Max Williams and Jim Thorndike right behind. Hard-fought battle into pit road. 4 cars lead the parade of drivers first to pit road here with less than 50 laps remaining in the Ethanol 200. Jimmy McKee, Kevin Hick, Scott Wise, Max Williams to pit lane. We'll jump back up front with your race leader, Christopher McCullough, because Andrew Moore has been able to reel him in. Almost a 1-second advantage 2 laps ago has turned into a half a second advantage. The 77 Golf Racing Fuels Ford Mustang has found a rhythm, he has found a groove, and he has found some pace. Reeling him in at the front of the field. Both of the drivers going to stay out and elect to run another handful of laps. When will they get here? When will they come to pit road? I thought they were going to make it to about lap 160, 165. We've had multiple drivers already come down about 10 laps sooner than what I expected. So maybe these fuel cells running a little bit shorter. Maybe the drivers seeing that they can make it here from the end and knowing that they need to pick up quite a bit of time if they're going to want to have anything to do with the outcome of tonight's race, and walking away with the checkered flag, maybe trying a big undercut here, racing the track backwards as soon as that fuel window opens, because Christopher McCullough and Andrew Moore, they have decided to stay out for quite some time here now, at least 4 to 5 laps longer than almost the rest of the field. Top 5 still on track, have not pitted for the final time here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. And oh, just like that, Christopher McCullough going to wave the white flag. He's going to come down pit road and grab those fresh tires. Andrew Moore back in control of this field. Once again, that's going to be our 9th lead change on the night. And no one around. He's got himself quite a bit of a gap that he can play with if he wants to, and he's not going to play around. He's not going to mess around at all, maybe being caught out by the quick pull to pit road by McCullough. Andrew Moore comes to pit road, and Mraz back to the point once again here from Iowa. Jim Thorndike moves to second, while Ryan Nicoletto comes into that third position. The 59 of Nicoletta just narrowly missed that Sweet 16. He's looking to have a solid run here tonight and for the rest of the season. He kind of point his way up a little bit further through these championship standings by the time we get to championship night at Nashville. We still got one more race here in round number 1 for season number 2's championship rundown for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. Brought to you by Banner Construction. Andrew Mraz continues to stay out, continues to stretch the fuel, and maybe Mraz, maybe his crew chief, maybe his spotter, tuning in and hearing, well, you know, Dave says we need to get to lap 160, 165, maybe stretching it here just so I don't look as bad and being off at the math as maybe I was here. Mraz giving up quite a bit of time to those fresh tires. Over a second and a half slower last time around was your race leader, Andrew Mraz, so he is absolutely losing time right now. There you can hear him down through the gears. He's going to pull the car to pit road this time around. What does the 13 of Thorndike do? Does he stay out on track? And I believe he will. Jim Thorndike will lead a lap. Now with just 40 laps to go, Jim Thorndike going to go to the point for the first time here tonight. Give us our 11th lead change amongst 7 different drivers here at the short track in America's heartland at Iowa Speedway. You're watching the Ethanol 200. That's going to cycle Ryan Nicoletta back to the point once again. Nicoletta led a lap or two earlier under our caution break. Back to the point with some race strategy. How about that, race fans? 12 lead changes tonight at Iowa, and we're not done yet. Christopher McCullough looks like he very well may take the eventual race lead back in the control of his hands. Roger Rios with a good jump up through the field by heading to pit road so early. Rios sits in third right now, but eventually looks to eyeball that second position as Ryan Nicoletta continues to stay out on track. Nicoletta was last to pit road on lap 103, so stretching the fuel pretty far here. 60 plus lap run on the fuel for that 59. You gotta ask when he will come to pit road. He's gotta come here with the next 2 to 3 laps. There's no way he's got that much fuel. Gonna jump back here with the battle between Jimmy McKee and Max Williams. That's gonna be a battle for 6th and 7th on the racetrack. It is your closest battle on track. The YJ Sports number 8 machine trying to keep the Monster Energy 99. Under Armour Ford Mustang back behind him. Jimmy McKee has run well here tonight. McKee has run inside of the top 5 multiple times throughout tonight's race. Max Williams, one of the drivers that struggled with a little bit of mid-race pace, but somehow, some way, seems to be finding some speed here. in the waning moments, stages, and laps here in the Ethanol 200. Right here at Iowa Speedway, you're watching the Blown Piston Racing League Clash Series. Close but not yet. Jimmy McKee has been able to reel in Max Williams, but hasn't been able to do anything with him. Max Williams now looks like he's lost a little bit of ground on the high side, and the bottom of the track will open up, and Jimmy McKee gonna slide job force and squeeze him up to the high side. Make the pass officially at the line, and it's gonna be all she wrote this time. Look for McKee to slide up in front of that 8. Crossover back, not quite gonna get there. Gotta run down to 3 though. Here comes that 8 Machina. Max Williams looking back to the bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Will he make the pass? No, the 99 gonna keep the spot for now. '59 of Ryan Nicoletta finally calls it quits at the front of this field. He's going to bring his machine down pit road for his final stop of the night, and that's going to put Christopher McCullough back in control of this race now with 13 different lead changes, 7 different race leaders, and 3 on-track incidents here tonight, bringing the field to a crawl underneath the Superior Timberlake caution flag. Will we see a late race caution flag change the complexity of tonight's race? McCullough in first, Roger Rios right there in second, Kevin Dick in third, Scott Wise now fourth, Jimmy McKee, Max Williams going at it for 5th and 6th. And having some trouble after the stop on pit road. Andrew Moore has some big time trouble, and he's gonna fall not only off of the lead lap but almost outside of your top 10. Your stage 1 winner walking away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1 win. Andrew Moore will not repeat last week's race win from Pocono. Andrew Moore, he's got his hands full now. He's going to need some help. He's going to need to see one of those late race pesky caution flags fly if he's going to want to have any opportunity and walking away with yet another checkered flag. Back at the front though, drivers battling, one for his first checkered flag this season, the other battling for his 3rd race win on the year. Roger Rios, we apologize. We thought that battle was between your race leader and Roger Rios, but it's a battle between Kevin Dick and Roger Rios. That 52 Facebook custom paints and die-cast machine, he just comes out of nowhere late in these races. It is typically a factor that you're gonna have to deal with by the time the night and the race is over, and crossing the line this time by 25 laps now remain for the man at the front of this field inside of his 60 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Can the Call of Duty man get the job done here tonight? I don't know what else to call you, Christopher. I just know, that's a Call of Duty thing, so, yeah. Laying down headshots, sniping him from across the map. He's got himself almost a 4.5 second advantage here. Nothing to worry about at the front of the field. Just got to run these consistent laps, keep himself out of trouble, and McCullough should walk away with his first checkered flag of the year. In Mosey right on in to round number 2 with his race win here tonight. Will we see McCullough lock in? Few battles to speak of out there. Let's go back to this one that's still playing out. Kevin Dick has gotten himself up and around Roger Rios, starting to step away, but Rios keeping pace, keeping Kevin Dick honest in front of him. And we're going to jump back a little bit further. Once again, here's a battle for 5th on the speedway. Andrew Mraz, Scott Wise going at it for at the top of the track. And Wise trying to hug the bottom lane through 3 and 4. Lost a little bit of ground this time through 3 and 4. Middle lane seems to be working well for him in 1 and 2. Car not upset at all. Set sail down the backstretch, and Wise tries to close in on Mraz. Max Williams, Jimmy McKee, both going at it on the racetrack. McKee and Williams 6th and 7th as they go back into turn number 1. 99 leads the way. The YJ Esports number 8 of Max Williams sitting right there in that 7th position. And Jim Thorndike, solid night here tonight. He needed a little bit more in my opinion, but the 13 showing some speed, showing some perseverance, still on the lead lap, running in 8th position. Last driver on the lead lap. Thorndike looks to snatch a few points and make his way into that grade 8. Less than 20 laps to go here tonight in the Ethanol 200. We're going to run down some of the race accolades here tonight. Walking away with that U.S. Veterans Pole Award tonight was the 52 of Kevin Dick. The Stage 1 win, the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win belongs to the 77 of Andrew Moore. The Stage 2 win, the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win belongs to Christopher McCullough, sitting at the front of this field. McCullough, Kevin Dick, both involved in the battle for the Laps Led Award here tonight for the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award. We're going to have to wait to the end of the race to figure that one out. The New Age Limited Speed Demon Award, though, still belongs to the only man to break in to that 23-second bracket, and that is that 77 of Andrew Moore, who finds himself listed as the first driver, 1 lap down, the only driver in the YJ Esports Lucky Dog, positioned 1 lap down, sitting in the 9th spot. In the Top Groove Hard Charger, well, it's a mix of bags right now, but it belongs to Roger Rios. That 5 machine up 7 positions from where he started, outside of your top 10. Rios now running in 4th, but he's got Andrew Mraz, Anthony Hanley, Frank Reese, all with 6 positions gained here tonight. So we could see a potential 3-4 car tie for the Hard Charger Award here tonight. Talk about crazy. Just another little twist coming to the end of tonight's race here from Iowa Speedway in America's Heartland. You're watching the Ethanol 200. We're going to switch from this battle up to this battle right here. Roger Rios, Andrew Mraz going at it, battling for the final spot in the podium positions. 3rd place on track. The 4 has it right now, but the 5 looking to capture that last spot on the podium. Can Mraz fend him off? Can Rios get his way by? Back down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4, watching the battle unfold. There you can see Kevin Dick just off in the foreground. There's the 52 Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast machine. Big run back down to turn 1. Here comes the pass for position. Roger Rios down at the bottom of the racetrack, not able to get there just yet, and they'll drag race down the backstretch and into turn 3. Still side by side, mixing things up. Rios at the bottom, and he will take the position away from Mraz with the crossover. 11 laps to go. 10 laps now remaining as, oh, Roger Rios scrapes that outside wall. Will it be enough to allow Morales to close back in? 0.3 of a second separating these two drivers, battling for the final spot in the podium positions here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. We have knocked down 190 laps. There is only 9 left here tonight. Mraz pushing the envelope. He's right up next to the outside wall off of 4. Final few laps rolling off the scoring pylon, and we're going to mention once again big-time championship implications here tonight. 4 drivers unable to make it across country to the track here tonight, missing out on tonight's race. Tyler Davala, Jeremy Brooks, Jason Branch, Brandon Fries, all missing out tonight. 3 out of those 4 drivers outside of the championship 8 looking in. And then another 2 drivers with trouble in that bottom half of your Sweet 16. Another 2 drivers on the top side of that cutoff line with trouble. Kenny McCullough, Anthony Keys both have trouble, so potentially 3 drivers may drop out of that top 8 when we get to Kentucky for the final race in round number 1. Here in the Season 2 Championship Playoff run for the Blown Piston Racing League's Class Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Back across the line once again, Mraz has all but lost Roger Rios, who is beginning to run down that 52 of Kevin Dick with just 5 laps to go this time around. Let's move up here to this battle inside your podium positions. Working them over for all it's worth. Lap traffic involved on the bottom of the racetrack. The 37 stays out of everybody's way. Frank Reese keeps it out the bottom of the racetrack, stays out of the race for position. Letting these drivers battle it out amongst themselves. Now up 1 more spot is Roger Rios, and that should all but secure his Top Groove Hard Charger award for him, and he's looking to grab yet another position to make it 9 spots gained here tonight, and he's going to dig off the bottom off of 2 with 4 to go and grab the 2nd spot away from Kevin Dick. McCullough, no trouble in sight. 3 laps remaining for your race leader at the front of the field. 5.3 second advantage for this man right here. It's all but smooth sailing for that 60 of McCullough. We'll get a little bit closer to that 60 as he makes his way around the track off of turn number 4, back across the line. Popsicle sticks on display. 2 laps remain here for McCullough. Not a car in sight, and that's what you want to see if you're the race leader here with these final 2 laps. You got 2 more corners to go to see that white flag fly and catch the 1 to go. You don't want to see any trouble back across the line. White flag flies, 1 to go here tonight from Iowa. It's the Banner Construction, 1 to go. White flag flies, and McCullough on the backstretch. He doesn't want to see any trouble, and if he does, doesn't matter. He'll walk away with a race win anyway. Dominant performance in the final round, walking away with the Stage 2 win and parking it in victory lane for the first time here tonight from Iowa Speedway. Right here in the chase, getting the job done when he needs it. Check that out, man. Job well done. Christopher McCullough snatches the race win here from Iowa. Man, what a run. What a night for the driver inside of that 60 machine as he's going to pull to the front stretch, and he's going to give the sold out, packed out house, the fans in the stands, something they came to see, and that's yet another smoke show here tonight. He'll burn the tires down, enjoy his post-race celebration. We're going to step away from the track, getting ready for your driver interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back trackside at the conclusion of another short track Sunday night under the lights. I mean, just absolute race fest, man. We had some great battles all night long, but let's dive into some of these post-race interviews. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the driver that walked away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight inside of his fast Facebook custom paints and diecast machine. Kevin Dickens, Dave in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after another solid podium run here from Iowa?
Pretty good. Car, I mean, it started out quick, but once I got that damage, it just sort of turned into a turd. That's all my fault there. Just pushing it a little bit too hard off. Just lost track of where I was and how close I was closing up to the wall. Just caught it a little too hard. Yeah, other than that, I struggled a little bit managing my tires. That's sort of what pretty much bit me there. I thought we could jump them by pitting a couple laps earlier and try and make a difference, but with all the other guys that pit right beside me, I think maybe I could have drove it a little bit harder into the pits, but then coming out with Jimmy there getting loose and having to check up to get around him, sort of lost that time that we probably would have gained.
Well, Kevin, you've been on a tear as of late in both the Truck Series as well as the Clash Series here. Now, with such a hard-fought battle here tonight, being a little bit off with the tire management and things of that nature, is there any kind of concern building inside of that 52 shop as we head to another high-line track, in my opinion, Kentucky next week to round out the first round here in the playoffs?
No, I'm not too worried. I mean, it all comes down to that very last race as long as we make it in. And the way I like Nashville, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm not worried at all.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on another podium run here tonight. I believe you're going to keep a hold of the overall championship points lead with your podium finish here tonight. So, again, Kevin, congratulations. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or back at the shop?
Yeah, give a shout out to the guys at Pie-Eyed. Great group of guys. Give a shout out to Custom Paints and Diecast and you guys up in the booth.
All right, my man. Well, again, until next time, keep it safe and stay fast.
Sounds good.
All right, there you have it. Kevin Dick just said it. Well, it turned to a turd. I think we're going to put that on a t-shirt if he wins this championship. That's going to be the quote of the season. Just turns to a turd. But anyways, Kevin Dick walks away with a little bit of money in his back pocket after walking away with that U.S. Veterans Bowl Award here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. And he'll put his 52 in the final spot on the podium tonight. Kevin Dick walks away third. That's going to move us right along to the driver that walked away in second place here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the driver inside of his 5 machine. Roger, it's Dave. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. How you doing, man? You made your way up through the field, up 9 positions here tonight, capturing the Top Groove Hard Charger Award, finishing in second. I know you'd want one more spot, but can't be too upset with the way things played out.
No, I didn't expect this good of a run tonight, so I'm happy with it.
Well, happy with the short track as we get ready to head off into Kentucky, Roger. You came into tonight's race sitting just above that cutoff line. A good finish here tonight's going to give you a little bit of a buffer zone. How worried are you about the way that you and your 5 crew perform next week in the final race of round 1 at Kentucky?
I think it'll be it's a good track for me, so it should be a decent race.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
No, thank you, the team, Revline, All in One Motorsports, and Scott Lauren for putting on the league.
All right.
And all my teammates.
All right, well, Roger, again, my man, as always, pleasure catching up with you. A great racing action each time we get to see you on the track, and we look forward to catching up with you at least a few times more before we end this season.
I appreciate it. Talk to you guys next week.
All right, there you have it. Roger Rios content with the second place. Not too much worried about how things are going to shake out in Kentucky. Says it's a good track for him and his crew. We'll see if that holds true. Roger Rios walks away second here tonight and snatches the Top Groove Hard Charger Award. But let's get to the man of the moment walking away with his very first race win this season, parking it in victory lane inside that 60 Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Christopher, it's Dave. You got me?
I got you, Dave.
Well, man, you not only parked it in victory lane, you walked away with the Facebook Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win, so you got some good points coming your way, but more importantly, this race win secures your spot in the next round. How good does that feel knowing that you don't have to worry about things when we head to Kentucky next week?
That's a huge load off my chest. Now I can go chase some playoff points, do a little off strategy, maybe look in this another win there. But it's a huge weight off my chest.
Yeah, a long time coming here this season for you to bring that 60 crew in that 60 machine to victory lane. How'd you get the job done tonight? And do you think you can carry this momentum into round 2 when we head to Charlotte or to, another kind of short track, the Milwaukee Mile?
I feel pretty confident about making the round of 4. I think Andrew Moore, the 77, and Kevin and the 52 is going to be tough. They're fast every week, and usually I'm just a tick slower. I think Moore is the car to beat today. I don't know what happened on his last pit stop. He was just a little bit better than me, but I was able to wrap the bottom and save a lot of tires, so there's no telling what happened.
Well, Christopher, we're not sure where the speed came from. We're not sure where the comfortability came from inside of this car here. It's been a long season getting to know these cars. Do you think it's just a product of you finally figuring out these cars a little bit better and the crew chiefs making just the right calls in order to get you not only that stage win, but your first checkered flag here in season 2?
Yeah, I think it has a lot more to do with myself taking the time to really understand where I'm losing speed compared to everybody else. Now the playoffs have started, I've really tried to step it up a gear and take it a little bit more serious. I'm usually rushing to even make the race, but I got a lot of practice in today, and I feel like I'm gonna be strong for the rest of the chase.
Well, my man, again, congratulations walking away with the stage win. Congratulations on the first checkered flag for you and your crew so far this season. Job well done. You're in round 2. You can play it easy next week. So before we let you go and celebrate the night away with this first race win, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I got to thank my McCullough Motorsports teammate, Kenny. He had a rough night, but he's going to try to rebound and make it into the next round next week. But yeah, I got to thank all these drivers. They race hard in this league, and tonight I got away with a clean car, so it was fun. But thank you for broadcasting. I enjoy rewatching these videos, and thanks to all my family that support me, that's watching, and hope everybody enjoyed the race.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on a job well done here tonight under the lights at Iowa Speedway. Until next time, my man, keep it safe and stay fast.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, there you hear it. Happy. He is in round 2. He's pretty confident he can get to that final 4 as well. Christopher McCullough gets the job done, walks away with some playoff points, secures his spot into round 2, and grabs his first checkered flag on the season. Job well done inside of that 60 machine. McCullough parks it in victory lane. Whew, what a night. What a race here under the lights at Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 200. A lot of great racing action in front of the field, mid-pack, and back of the field as well. Drivers mixing it up all over the track all night long. Great stage finishes as well. We had 13 different lead changes, 7 different race leaders, only 3 caution flags on the night here tonight at Iowa Speedway. Great race here for the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series. And man, I could just expect what these final races are going to bring us. And oh, just like that, it seems that the producers are hitting those buttons in the background. You know the sounds, you know it means it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results in the Ethanol 200 and the Blown Piston Racing League's Clash Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Top spot, checkered flag, stage 2 win, all go to the 60 of Christopher McCullough. Roger Rios will walk away from the track second here tonight, also snatching that Top Groove Hard Charger award. Kevin Nick in the 52 machine parks it in the final spot on the podium after snatching the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Andrew Mraz moves from Iowa in that 4th position. Great return to the track here tonight for that 31 of Scott Wise. He'll slide home in 5th. Jimmy McKee slots home in 6th. Max Williams back in 7th. Jim Thorndike in his 13 machine will walk away from the track back in that 8th spot, walking away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win, as well as the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award here tonight inside of that 77. Back in the 9th spot, Andrew Moore. Rounding out your top 10 here from Iowa Speedway, the 88 of Anthony Handley. Jacob Drift in 11th. Frank Reese back in 12th. 13th tonight goes to Ryan Nicoletta. Kenny McCullough back in 14th. 15th is Anthony Key, Scotty Brown, Andrew Lutz, and Michael Shum round out your 18-car field here tonight from Iowa Speedway. And that's all she wrote for us here tonight. We're going to begin to roll up the cords and get ready to head out to Kentucky and get set up and ready to go for next week's final cutoff race in round number 1. If you haven't already, race fans, as always, show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop them a thumbs up. Join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. As always, drop the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. But with that being said, until next time, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.